Now, the reason Joe Biden is having a tough time, he made a campaign stop yesterday, and somebody isolated all the time that the poor guy was coughing. This was Joe Biden on the stump. Now, I want you to imagine Trump hacking and coughing all throughout a campaign stop, what the media would do to that. But I don't hear anybody really reacting to this.
He promised. Then candidate Trump going to do starts announcing some additional. Today, I'm announcing.
I'm not trying to be a smart aleck. I don't think Joe Biden feels well. I just don't. The other clip that we played the day before, was it yesterday? Oh, put it up. Put up the teleprompter. And he was breathing. I don't think he feels good. And I'm praying for him. We all ought to pray for him. We ought to pray for the health and safety and security of all of our leaders, Republican and Democrat. Biden went on to say that Trump has created a recession because of coronavirus. Now, try to connect these dots, if you will. I get it. Biden is flailing about trying to say anything he can to win. That's politics. That's a presidential race. But listen carefully to Biden's assertion.
Experts say that if he had acted just 1 week sooner, 36,000 people would have been saved. If he acted 2 weeks sooner, back in March, 54,000 lives would have been spared in March and April alone. You know, his failure has not only cost lives, it sent our economy in a tailspin. It cost millions more in American livelihoods. This is a recession created by Donald Trump's negligence, and he is unfit for this job as a consequence of it.
Now, stop and think about Biden's promise to shut the country down completely again if the scientists believed that coronavirus was still around. And he's got the audacity to accuse Trump of destroying our economy. You're the guys who want to shut it all down, Mr. Biden. Your side thinks we need to be hovering in our homes, I guess, for the rest of the year. Did you hear what they're doing in New York? After yesterday's show, when I was pointing out that New York, according to Fox News, was the only major city in the world that was still refusing indoor dining, well, lo and behold, maybe they were listening. After the show, we're going to have indoor dining again, September 30th. They're going to have 25% capacity. All right, that's a start. Tables 6 feet apart. And they're going to have contact tracers who will collect your information at the restaurant so that they can trace where you go after you have a steak dinner at that restaurant in Manhattan. My gosh. These people are a bunch of tyrannical lunatics. Now, Karl Rove broke this down last night. Let's look at Biden blaming Trump for our economy, which to me is one of the most reprehensible accusations that I've heard in 2020. But then again, if Bob Woodward and the media is blaming Trump for killing people with the coronavirus, of course they think he's destroying the economy. He's trying to destroy America. He doesn't love America, right, Bob Woodward? He doesn't love this country. And incidentally, if you heard the Woodward tapes, did you notice the chummy, friendly, warm way Bob Woodward was deferring to Trump in the interview? That's what reporters do. And I'm not taking anything away from Bob Woodward or any journalist who has the chops that he has. Watergate fame, successful author. Trump said, I'll talk to him. And he did. And now we're sitting around, everybody salivating and hyperventilating over Trump saying he didn't want people to panic and still doesn't want people to panic. That's been consistent all year. Here's Karl Rove. This was really, I thought, riveting analysis of Biden's accusation that President Trump destroyed the economy in 2020. Listen.
Well, yeah, but he went over the top today, and the fact that the media didn't call him to account or doesn't seem to see any problem with it. I got 3 points I want to make, and so I got a 3-board night. We got a record going here. First of all, I was intrigued by his rhetoric in his speech. He said the president failed to do his job on purpose. That is to say, the president wanted people to die. He wanted them to get sick, and he did it on purpose. He said this is a life and death betrayal. I mean, that's really over the top. He said experts say if the president acted 1 week earlier, 36,000 lives would have been saved. Earlier in the year, he was saying if the president had listened to what I was saying in January, he had acted 1 week earlier, 36,000 lives would have been saved. The Washington Post said this was completely inaccurate. This was not accurate. He said the recession was created by Trump's negligence. So it's not the responsibility of the coronavirus. It's Trump who created the recession. And how did the president create that? By shutting down the economy as the science told him to do and have us quarantine at home. Would Joe Biden have said no? We should not do that? I mean, is he going to listen to the science or not?
And finally, one more clip from Joe Biden and a corrupt media that just is determined and dedicated to covering for him while attacking Trump every minute of every hour of every day. This is an amazing thing. I'm going to want you to hear this because Joe Biden claimed that 6,000 members of the United States military have died from coronavirus. 6,000. Spoiler alert, he only overstated that by 5,993. Give you those details and a lot more here on the Mike Gallagher Show for a busy Thursday here in the ReliefFactor.com studios. Glad you're here.